North Korea is one of the mysterious and most isolated countries in the world, a country often shrouded in secrecy and intrigue. Life in North Korea offers a unique glimpse into a society that is vastly different from the rest of the world, from fake villages to most absurd laws. North Korea possesses a myriad of strange and perplexing phenomena. Today, we take a look at 20 strange things that only happen in North Korea. Cult of personality. North Korea has a deeply ingrained cult of personality surrounding its leaders, with images, statues, and propaganda dedicated to glorifying them. They can be found in public spaces, government buildings, workplaces, and even in homes. Citizens are expected to display reverence and respect towards these images, treating them with utmost care and never showing any form of disrespect. Expressions of loyalty and allegiance to the leaders are expected and often enforced. Public demonstrations, mass rallies, and grand celebrations are organized to showcase the people's unwavering devotion. The cult of personality permeates every aspect of life in North Korea, shaping people's thoughts, behaviors, and beliefs. North Korean children are taught to adore their leaders, and school curriculums are centered on their lives, teachings, and accomplishments, with state-run media constantly promoting the same. Failure to show adequate respect or loyalty to the leaders can result in severe consequences, including imprisonment, public humiliation, or even execution. Mass games. The country is known for its grand-scale mass games, synchronized performances involving thousands of participants, creating mesmerizing displays of coordination and patriotism. The mass games serve as a platform to instill a sense of national pride and unity among the North Korean population. The synchronized performances are intended to showcase the collective strength and unwavering loyalty of the people to the state and its leaders. Isolated economy. North Korea's isolated economy is primarily characterized by its centrally planned system, where the government exerts extensive control over economic activities. The state plays a pivotal role in resource allocation, production planning, and distribution of goods and services. International trade is heavily restricted, with North Korea subject to various economic sanctions imposed by the international community due to its nuclear weapons program and human rights concerns. These sanctions limit the country's access to global markets, technology, and foreign investment. To counter the challenges posed by isolation, North Korea has adopted a policy of self-reliance, known as juke. Juke ideology promotes the idea of economic independence, with an emphasis on domestic production, technological development, and self-sufficiency. As a result of its isolated economy, North Korea has limited exposure to foreign goods, brands, and influences. This has led to a unique market landscape where domestically produced goods and state-owned enterprises dominate. It is not uncommon to see a lack of international brands and a reliance on locally manufactured products. Erarang Festival. The Erarang Festival, held in Pyongyang, is a grand spectacle involving thousands of performers. The participants move in perfect unison, forming intricate human mosaics that change dynamically, all accompanied by elaborate musical compositions. These performances are meticulously choreographed and synchronized, creating an immersive experience that tells stories of North Korean history, revolutionary struggles, and the glorification of the leaders. Limited internet access. Internet access is limited and strictly controlled by the government. The vast majority of citizens do not have direct access to the global internet as we know it. Instead, they have access to a state-controlled intranet called Kwangmyeon, which provides a curated and heavily censored version of the internet. The Kwangmyeon intranet is a closed network that allows users to access a restricted range of websites and services approved by the government. These websites primarily focus on providing information related to government propaganda, state-approved news, educational resources, and selected entertainment content. Military presence. North Korea has one of the highest military-to-civilian ratios in the world, with a significant portion of its population serving in the military. The country maintains a large and well-equipped military force, known as the Korean People's Army, KPA. The KPA is composed of various branches, including the Army, Navy, Air Force, and Special Operations Forces. The military holds immense importance in North Korean society. It is deeply intertwined with the country's political system and ideology. The leadership of the military is closely connected to the ruling Kim family, with Kim Jong-un serving as the supreme commander of the KPA. Underground metro stations. Pyongyang's metro system includes some of the deepest underground metro stations globally, doubling as bomb shelters. Descending into the underground metro stations of Pyongyang is like entering a hidden world beneath the bustling city. The stations are meticulously designed, featuring grandiose architecture, intricate mosaics, and elaborate artwork that reflect the country's political ideology and national pride. The platforms are adorned with chandeliers, large murals, and statues of political figures, providing a unique visual experience for commuters. The design elements often depict scenes of national unity, revolutionary struggles, and the accomplishments of the regime. Mass surveillance. The government maintains a pervasive surveillance system, with surveillance cameras installed in public spaces and a strong emphasis on monitoring citizens. These surveillance cameras serve multiple purposes. They are used to maintain social order, deter potential dissent, and enforce compliance with state regulations. The constant presence of surveillance cameras acts as a deterrent against anti-government activities and serves as a means of identifying and tracking individuals of interest. The surveillance system in North Korea is not limited to physical surveillance alone. The government also exercises control over communication channels, including telephone and internet communications. Phone calls and internet activities are monitored, and individuals may face severe consequences for engaging in unauthorized or subversive communications. Kim Il-sung's birthday. The birthday of the country's founder, Kim Il-sung, is celebrated on April 15th, known as the Day of the Sun, a national holiday that commemorates his birth and serves as an opportunity for the nation to honor his legacy. The Day of the Sun is marked by various festivities and events throughout the country. One of the most notable is the Grand Parade held in Pyongyang, the capital city. The parade showcases a display of military might, with thousands of soldiers marching in unison, accompanied by tanks, missiles, and other military equipment. The parade serves as a demonstration of national unity, strength, and loyalty to the regime. Limited travel. In North Korea, both domestic and international travels are subject to stringent regulations and restrictions imposed by the government. The movement of individuals within the country is closely monitored and controlled, and traveling outside the country requires special permits and approvals. For citizens of North Korea, travel within the country is highly regulated. The government imposes strict controls on where individuals can travel, requiring them to obtain travel permits and documentation for specific destinations. These permits are typically obtained through a complex system that involves approval from various government agencies. 3 generations of punishment. Under this principle, if an individual is convicted of a serious crime, such as treason or political dissent, their immediate family members may face severe repercussions. Family members can be subjected to imprisonment, forced labor, or even sent to prison camps known as Reeducation Camps, alongside the convicted individual. The 3 generations of punishment policy has undoubtedly had a significant impact on the social fabric of North Korean society. It creates an environment of fear and self-censorship, where individuals may hesitate to express dissenting views or engage in any behavior that could be interpreted as disloyal, for fear of the repercussions that their entire family may face. State-approved hairstyles. North Korea government has implemented a list of state-approved hairstyles that its citizens are expected to adhere to. These guidelines dictate the permissible length, style, and color of hair for both men and women. The goal is to promote a specific aesthetic and maintain a sense of conformity among the population. Hair salons in North Korea are required to display posters showcasing the state-approved hairstyles, ensuring that both hairdressers and clients are aware of the permitted options. Haircuts that do not comply with the guidelines may be refused or result in reprimands from authorities. Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il's Mausoleum. The Mausoleum of Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il is a grand memorial complex located in Pyongyang, the capital city of North Korea. It serves as the final resting place for the country's former leaders and is a site of deep significance and reverence for the North Korean people. The mausoleum is a meticulously designed structure that exudes grandeur and symbolism. It houses the embalmed bodies of Kim Il-sung, the country's founder and first leader, and his son, Kim Jong-il, who succeeded him. The bodies lie in state within glass sarcophagi, allowing visitors to pay their respects while viewing them. Upon entering the mausoleum, visitors pass through various chambers and halls that showcase artifacts, photographs, and displays highlighting the accomplishments and ideology of the leaders. The Mausoleum serves not only as a place of remembrance, but also as a means of perpetuating the cult of personality surrounding the leaders. The government carefully curates and controls the narratives and images associated with Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il, emphasizing their greatness and the profound impact they had on the nation. Suppression of information. The government maintains a pervasive system of information control, tightly regulating the media and limiting access to outside sources of news and entertainment. The aim is to create a tightly controlled narrative and maintain ideological conformity among the population. The suppression of information in North Korea begins with the state's monopoly over the media. All media outlets, including television, radio, newspapers, and the internet, are tightly controlled by the government. They serve as powerful tools for disseminating state propaganda and reinforcing the official narrative. The government strictly censors and filters all forms of media, ensuring that only approved content aligning with the regime's ideology is disseminated to the public. News is heavily biased, with a strong emphasis on portraying the country in a positive light and glorifying its leaders. Reeducation camps. Reeducation camps, also known as labor camps or political prison camps, are facilities where individuals deemed to be a threat to the state or guilty of political crimes are sent for punishment and forced ideological indoctrination. The goal is to break their will and force them to conform to the state's ideology. In these camps, detainees are subjected to long hours of hard labor, often performing demanding tasks such as farming, mining, or construction. They are given meager rations and live in crowded and unsanitary conditions, with limited access to healthcare and basic necessities. Physical and psychological abuse is not uncommon in reeducation camps. Reports suggest that detainees are subjected to torture, beatings, and other forms of mistreatment to instill fear and exert control. They are constantly monitored and kept under strict surveillance, creating an atmosphere of constant anxiety and oppression. Mount Paektu pilgrimages. Mount Paektu holds deep historical, political, and cultural importance. It is considered the mythical birthplace of Kim Jong-il, the former leader of North Korea, and is intertwined with the narrative of the country's revolutionary struggle for independence and reunification. Pilgrimages to Mount Paektu are not only an act of devotion, but also a means of reaffirming loyalty to the regime and the ideologies it represents. Citizens, including students, soldiers, and party members, are encouraged to undertake these pilgrimages as a display of their unwavering dedication to the nation and its leaders. The journey to Mount Paektu is often arduous, requiring endurance and determination. Pilgrims travel through rugged terrain, facing challenging weather conditions and unpredictable landscapes. During the pilgrimage, participants engage in various rituals and ceremonies. They offer tributes and pay respects at designated sites, including monuments and statues dedicated to the country's leaders. These acts symbolize unity, loyalty, and reverence for the nation and its revolutionary struggle. Unique calendar. North Korea follows a unique calendar system known as the Juke calendar, which runs alongside the internationally recognized Gregorian calendar. The Juke calendar was introduced in 1997 to commemorate the birth of the country's founder, Kim Il-sung, and is based on the concept of Juke, which emphasizes self-reliance and independence. The Juke calendar starts from the year of Kim Il-sung's birth, 1912. Therefore, in North Korea, the year 2023 would be considered Juke 112. This calendar system was designed to establish a new era, centered around the birth of the nation's revered leader, rather than using the Western-centric Gregorian calendar. Late leader's golf skills. It has been widely reported in state media that Kim Jong-il, the father of current leader Kim Jong-un, possessed extraordinary talent on the golf course. According to official accounts, he achieved remarkable feats that border on the extraordinary. One such story goes that Kim Jong-il, on his first ever round of golf, managed to achieve an astonishing score of 38 under par, including a remarkable 11 holes in one. This astonishing achievement, if true, would undoubtedly place him in the realm of golfing legends. These accounts of Kim Jong-il's golf skills have been widely publicized in North Korean media, serving to elevate his image as a skilled and accomplished leader in various fields, including sports. They are often used as examples of his remarkable abilities and achievements. further cultivating a cult of personality around him. However, it's important to approach these claims with a healthy dose of skepticism. The veracity of these stories is widely disputed outside of North Korea, with many experts and golf enthusiasts considering them to be exaggerated or fabricated for propaganda purposes. Statue of Kim Jong-il's birthplace. In the capital city, there is a grand bronze statue depicting the supposed birthplace of Kim Jong-il, complete with a star that purportedly marks the exact location of his birth. It is said to depict the humble thatched roof house where he was born, surrounded by scenic landscapes and lush greenery. The statue serves as a visual representation of Kim Jong-il's humble beginnings and is designed to invoke a sense of reverence and admiration among the North Korean people. Propaganda villages. In the border regions of North Korea, particularly near the demilitarized zone that separates the country from South Korea, there exist what are commonly referred to as propaganda villages or fake villages. These villages are meticulously designed and constructed to create an illusion of prosperity, development, and thriving communities when viewed from the southern side of the border. These villages, such as Kajongdong, also known as the Peace Village, and Gijongdong, are meant to showcase an idealized image of North Korean life to observers from South Korea and the international community. They consist of well-maintained buildings, brightly lit streets, and meticulously choreographed activities, such as regular switching of lights of and on, all intended to convey an impression of a flourishing and prosperous society. The primary objective of these propaganda villages is to project an image of strength, success, and progress to the outside world, particularly to South Korea, with whom North Korea remains in a state of political tension. However, a closer inspection, it becomes evident these propaganda villages are not populated by ordinary citizens of North Korea, but are instead staffed by carefully selected individuals who are responsible for maintaining the illusion. They are nothing more than empty concrete shells with painted windows. The regime's emphasis on the cult of personality surrounding its leaders, particularly the Kim family, creates an environment of reverence and loyalty among the citizens. This cult of personality is reinforced through various means, including propaganda, grand monuments, and strict control over information. Control over information is a crucial aspect of maintaining its authority. Limited internet access, state-controlled media, and tight surveillance contribute to a restricted flow of information, creating an environment where dissent and alternative viewpoints are heavily suppressed.